Hello and welcome to the Butterfly Sage. I'm very sorry if my camera gets bumped. My cat is being obnoxious. Why is it when you're wearing black, my pants are black, why is it when you're wearing black, the white cats always want your attention, and when you are wearing white, the black cats must have your attention? So anyway, today I am in Fluffy's room, what I call Fluffy's room. The house tour is getting closer to being complete, guys. It's just taken me some time. I am trying to get back into the 2 videos a week mode. I am not fully unpacked, but we're just about there. We're getting ever so closer, close enough that I don't have to stress too much. So today we're gonna get into our books, back into our books. Did I read everything that I got from Pals back in September? No, I did not, because shortly after I completed that Powell's bookstore video, we did several open houses for our house. And so I was constantly cleaning and trying to make sure the house was okay for strangers to come in, as good as that house could get. Anyway, let me just put it that way. And so the only book I was able to finish before all the open houses and the moving and the packing was this one, which out of all of the books there, I totally wanted to read this one anyway. So I'm going to get a review on this, and then we're going to dive into the 2 books we are reading for this month. Now, last time it was kind of a books what I'm reading for the whole season, like 3 months in a row, but I think from now on, I'm just going to do once a month what am I reading for this month? And this month we are reading The Serviceberry by Robin Wall Kimmerer, and we're going to be reading The Frozen River by Ariel Lahon. I'm not sure how to say this. This is the first time I've read her, and I'm so far very much enjoying this author. Robin Wall Kimmerer is also the author of Braiding Sweetgrass, which is perhaps next on my list. At least it might be some summer reading. But let's start with this one, The Serviceberry. This is an excellent read for those of you who are into nature and care about changing the world in a way that makes the world better. She talks all about how the serviceberry is helpful from all sorts of wildlife, from birds to humans, and kind of models that helpfulness into how us humans can help the world and make it a gift economy. And so this is a very good read, and it's very easy. I read this in about 3.5 hours. I'm probably going to reread it so that I can really soak in everything that she's talking about. But I love this book. I give it a definite thumbs up, especially if you are, once again, interested in changing the world for the better and you really enjoy nature. I do want to say that first chapter was a little bit hard to get into just because she used so many botany terms. She is a botanist. I am not. I do know scientific names for some plants, but it was just a little much at the first part. But I loved the sentiment and everything, talking about the way the serviceberry was helpful to the world. So this is a perfect read if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Next, let's get into The Frozen River. Now, I have not read this all the way through because it's for the month of March and already I'm done reading this one. But The Frozen River, it is apparently very popular, and so I decided to pick this one up. This is a fun, I don't know about fun, but kind of a historical fiction murder mystery, I guess. If you are into a good murder mystery, then this is a probably good book for you. It's set in the winter time, so it's kind of a perfect story to read in the winter. If you love a good murder mystery, which I do, Agatha Christie is one of my favorites. I love, sorry, my cat is wiggling the camera. Fluffy, get out of the way, come here. Fluffers. Hold, okay, got the cat for now off the bottom of the camera. This book is so great for those of you like me who love very detailed scenarios. She gets into every detail and I enjoy it. I can picture myself in the room or in the space that she is talking about. I love that in an author. Not enough authors do that for me. Anyways, I guess if you're not a detailed person, you may not enjoy it. It may be like too much fluff for you. I don't know, but I thoroughly loved it. Now, the one thing, I'm about 5 chapters into this. I think I already know who committed the murder. At least I think I do. We'll find out if I'm right at the end, but I am very rarely surprised by who ends up committing the murder. I pretty much guessed it after I think it was by the 2nd chapter, I pretty much guessed who it was. But I'm very rarely surprised. I am a writer. I think like a writer. So if you are someone who guesses things real easy, you might guess this. I don't know. We'll see. I hope I'm proved wrong, actually. I hope I'm totally proved wrong by the time I get to the bottom of it. So, but I enjoy the writing thoroughly. The writing is beautiful. I love the way she sets it up and the detailed description of this. If you love a good murder mystery, this is going to be an excellent read, and I can't wait to continue it. So now, let's get into this book, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Perhaps I might have learned my lesson, but probably not, because I just recommended another book. Well, I didn't recommend it. I said we're reading it. But this Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I did say it was like a combined Gilmore Girls into a Hallmark movie, but spicy, a spicy romance. Spicy, definitely. A little bit more than spicy, perhaps a whole lot of it more than spicy. For those of you who don't like reading that type of romance novel, you might want to skip chapters 26 and then again in 31. I actually normally like this book. Kind of surprised me a little bit, just in the fact of a repeat of that, not only 26 but 31. It was a little bit way more than spicy, but that doesn't bother me. It might bother some of you, some of my friends, so just know that this gets a little bit racy. Okay, more than a little bit racy in chapters 26 and then again in 31. Now, some of you are probably gonna go straight to those chapters, but anyway, I enjoyed this. It was a fun read. I enjoyed it enough that I'm gonna go back and find Lori Gilmore Girls. I should remember that. Lori Gilmore, her next book, which I believe is Cinnamon Bun Store. And so I'm gonna go try to find that one and see if I can read that coming up soon. Probably not this month, probably not even next month, but definitely it's on my list to read this year. So this was a fun read. If you love like a rom-com, if you love rom-com shows, romance comedy, 50 First Dates, Hallmark stories, Gilmore Girls, you will love this book. I still think my favorite page, Fluffy, get off the stand. My favorite page was the townspeople meeting on page 37. That was hilarious. I literally laughed out loud. I rarely do that on TV shows, let alone reading a book. So that was a fun one. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the books. And if you feel like it and want to read these books and join me in talking about these next month, go for it. And next month I'll pick a couple more books, but I'm only going to pick 2 a month because that's just my schedule. I'm pretty busy. 2 books is all I can handle in a month. Buying all of those books from Powell's, that's what happens when I go to a bookstore, is I just buy too many that I can't read all at one time. So 2 a month is what I'm gonna do. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time.